So hi out there in FlossTube land. This is Tina Frazier coming to you from Columbus, Ohio. Today is Monday, August 31st at approximately 10:15 p.m. Eastern Time, and I'm coming to you today with mainly a August wrap-up September plans video. And those of you that are new to my channel, this is my channel where I talk about cross-stitch, diamond painting, other crafts that I do, some ghost hunting, and just some life stuff that happens to me in general. So if you're new, welcome. I hope you find something that you can use or that you enjoy out of my videos. If you're returning, welcome back. And if you're a subscriber, thank you for subscribing, and I hope I continue to provide some content that you find rather enjoyable. So, as I said in the beginning, this is going to be a video that's showing a little bit of stitchy progress, not a whole lot for this week, and it's going to be mainly some plans for September. There's a lot of stuff going on starting in September for different groups that I'm involved in, and I just got a lot of stuff going on, and I have a little bit of haul, partly for something that I'm working on. So let me go ahead and pull up one of the things that I will mainly be working on probably here sometime soon. So I had placed an order. I had searched online for a place that carries silk. Carries Creation Silk is a silk brand that isn't necessarily available anymore. I don't believe it's produced. Hold on just a minute. I'm gonna have to blow my nose. Hold on just a minute. Sorry about that little quick pause. I had to blow my nose. My nose was starting to bother me. But Carrie's Creation Silk is used by ink circles for some of the designs that they've had out. And I've had this breast cancer mandala pattern in my stash for a little while. Here is the mandala pattern, and this pattern calls for Carrie's Creation floss. I had never seen Carrie's Creation floss, and I couldn't find really many people that still carried, or many stores that still carried it. But I did find one called Reflections Framing and Stitching out of La Vista, Nebraska, here in the United States. They happen to have quite a selection of Carrie's silk floss. So I placed an order for them, and the order came today. It was in a just a typical mailing envelope, and this is how it was packaged inside the envelope. Isn't that cute? The card says, "Thank you for your purchase. We hope you love it. Reflections Framing and Stitching, www.reflections-framing.com." And then it gives their phone number. So it's packaged in this. It was wrapped up really cute in some tissue, some check tissue paper, and it's brown. The tissue paper is brown check, and it is wrapped with matching twine. And I thought that was really cute. It's really cute. So I ordered the floss for the Ink Circles Breast Cancer Mandala. This came in a set of patterns from 2006 from Ink Circles. I'm not sure if you can even get this group of patterns anymore, but I believe it was a free pattern set that you could get from Ink Circles at one point in time, and it was from 2006. So I'm hoping to do 2 of them, which is why I tried to order 2 of each color of silk that it calls for, but I was only able to get 1 of the color Sassy. So this is the Carrie's Creation Silk Floss. You can get it from Reflections Framing and Stitching. Look at these! Wow, these colors are amazing, you guys. So it comes wrapped in this little thing, so you can see all the colors here. Wow! All right, I'm excited. This is silk floss, you guys. And this is the only Carrie's Creation silk that I even have. So I had to get 2 of the color Purple Pansy. So this is Purple Pansy right here. It's like blues and purples. This is blues and purples. And if you look in the pattern, the ink circles pattern, you can see that it is in the border and in the design area around the pink ribbons. This is a breast cancer mandala, and I have my two sister-in-laws who have had breast cancer, so I'm hoping to stitch it for them. So I've gotten 2 of every color except for so this is raspberry light, kind of 2 different colors of raspberry, 2 different dye lots. One's a little darker than the other, or one's a little more pink than the other. Here is Sassy. This is the one that I could only get 1 skein of. And then 2 Strawberry Shake. So these are for the mandalas, the breast cancer mandalas. Here is the colors for that. So this is gonna, oh, they're so soft, you guys. And it looks like they're going to be easy to separate and easy to stitch with too. So I got my Carrie's Creation Silks. So if you're looking for Carrie's Creation Silks, you can go to Reflections Framing and Stitching out of La Vista, Nebraska. The website is www.reflections-framing.com. So I have my floss for the Ink Circles Breast Cancer Mandala. Thank you, Reflections and Framing, for the nice little package and the way it is wrapped for shipping. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. That is great. So that is mainly the haul that I got this week. I went to, was it Saturday? I don't think so. I think it was last week. I don't think it was this Saturday. I think it was last weekend that I picked up the floss and stuff from my local needle workshop here in Columbus, Cross My Heart. So anyway, there was a lot of stuff. Oh, so one of the new things, those of you that have been anywhere on Facebook in Stitchy groups know that the Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery came out with a new stitch along that started last Monday. It's called Midnight Way. The second installment came out today, or it came out 2 weeks ago. Second installment came out today. This is the installment. It is the Cats and Bats. Sorry, you're not going to be able to see that. But it is the Cats and Bats Part 2 over here on this side. The first one that came out was Broomhilda's, which is in the middle of the top. The next installment is this side, and then the 4th installment is the part at the bottom. So that is coming out. I don't have any other updates on it other than what I showed you. I had originally wanted to start using Etoile. The Etoile DMC Etoile 310 black is in the Crow, in the Broomhilda's. I can go ahead and make that bigger for you. So the black Etoile is used in the lamppost, and the Crows a little bit. Sorry about that, you guys. A little bit in the roof line. A little bit in the roof line and everything of Broomhilda's shop. I had started to stitch with it. I put in 2 or 3 stitches, and I was like, this stuff is yucky. Ooh. I wasn't sure I wanted to stitch on it, so I ripped what I had out because it just wasn't quite working. And there's a new stitch along that I have joined. It's called the Countdown to Christmas Stitch Along, and I don't even know if I have that up here, that information. But anyway, it's called the Countdown to Christmas Stitch Along, and it's supposed to be starting up here pretty soon. Hold on just a minute. So, hi again, sorry about that. Anyway, so I was looking up the information for the Countdown to Christmas 2020 Stitch Along. It's by Hannah, handmakes.com, and she is starting another 2020 Stitch Along. It's due to release. The first release is 27th of September, and it's through the end of November. So it's the 27th of September through the 29th of November. And you can find out more information by going to hannahhandmakes.com. That's HANNAH HANDMAKES.com. I'll put the information for it down below. But anyway, it's a Christmas stitch along that you can join, and it'll be kind of interesting. This is going to be my first pattern of hers that I have, and you can join it. It's going to be kind of cool. She runs the stitch along kind of as a class, so to speak. So you get a link to like a classroom type setting where you can click on the different parts and pieces once they're available. So I did sign up for that, and she uses quite a few étoile pieces in there. Let me see. I don't know if I can get down into it. Let's see. Christmas Club. Christine's. There we go. Hannah Handmakes. All right. Let me wait for it to load. Sorry about that, you guys. Anyway, so you get kit update, what you need. So they tell you what you need. The first one comes out, week 1 is September 27th through October 3rd. Then the October 4th through October 10th, October 11th through the 17th, the 18th through the 24th, the 25th through the 31st, the November 1st through the 7th, and it goes through the end of November. So there's 9 weeks in the stitch along, and then the finish on November 29th. She also gives you 2 free patterns. But anyway, so for this stitch along, there are 28 colors used in the stitch along. There are 6 colors of DMC Étoile and one skein of light effects, but you can use a glitter instead. So there's 6 colors of DMC Étoile. So because the Countdown to Christmas stitch along is requiring Étoile, I am going to try it again on my Frosted Pumpkin Midnight Way, and get stitching on that. I haven't, so I'll go ahead and kind of get you updated. So I haven't been working on Midnight Way anymore, besides what I had done last week, because I decided that I wanted to pull out my Erica Michaels Scary Berry. And I got quite a bit done on Scary Berry, as you can see here. I got all the motifs done in Scary Berry. So the witch is done, the ghosts are done, the graveyards, the tombstones are done. So yeah, I don't know if you'll be able to see this a little better if I do that. So yeah, I got all the motifs done in Scary Berry, and now I'm just down here. You can see I am filling in the background. Sorry about that. So I am filling in the background down here in the grassy area. I have decided that, and yeah, I'm not going to hold the paper up behind it anymore, but I have decided that I am not going to be finishing this as a berry. You can kind of see the general shape of the berry here based on the motifs. I am not going to keep it as a berry. I'm just going to do it as a flat finish. I'm not a particularly good sewer. This is the first time that I would have ever sewn a berry. So I figure I can do it as a flat finish, and then if I decide to do it as a berry later, I can always re-stitch it. I'm using all the called for floss except for DMC 310. I have swapped out Anchor Black for the DMC 310. And so you can see the trees and the bat and the witch, and I believe the house. The house might actually be a variegated, but the trees and the witch and the bat are Anchor Black, and it's turned out really cute. So I am working on the bottom, but you can see I've extended that to work as a flat finish. Yeah, so I'm hoping to have this done hopefully by October 31st. So yeah, I dug this out and I've been working on this all week. So I managed to finish, I basically had all the motifs on this side to do. So I had like the gravestones and the tree and the ghosts and everything like that. So I went ahead and finished the motifs on this side, and then I started in on the background. With these, they say to use the basket weave stitch to fill in the background, and that's what I'm doing with the greens, the green diamonds that are down here. And I also will be doing the same to fill in the background, the sky background with Battleship. So there is Erica Michael Scaryberry. This is on the 40 count silk gauze. There are tutorials that you can find online how to attach your silk gauze. This is muslin, but how to attach it to the muslin so you can put it in a hoop for stitching. It's been keeping my hands off of the silk gauze and keeping a pretty good tension on it so I can get it stitched. But it's working up really, really great. I kind of really like it. You can actually see it really well, actually. That way you can see all the different motifs in it. I like the little owl that's in the tree and the little kitty cat that's down here. So that's what I've been working on. This little kitty cat right here. I'm filling the grass in behind him, which is why he looks kind of weird, but so yeah. But you can find tutorials on how to apply your silk gauze to muslin for stitching. And basically what you do is you just kind of pin the silk gauze to your muslin. You sew along the edges to attach the silk gauze to the muslin, and then you basically cut out the window so you can stitch on the gauze. So that's what I did, and that's what I'm going to be doing for all my other Erica Michaels designs on silk gauze. I'm really enjoying stitching on silk gauze. This isn't the first time I've tried it, but this is probably the piece that I've gotten the most farthest along. So that is my Erica Michaels Scaryberry. Other than that, I really don't have any more plans or any more updates for you. Yep. So now we kind of get on to plans. So that being said, all right. So those of you that have been watching my channel know that I am in several different, well, I'm sort of participating in several different challenge groups for stitching in Facebook. I'm involved in several different Facebook challenge groups for stitching. One of them happens to be WIPGO, which is bingo for your works in progress or your WIPs. And this last week, they spun the number wheel, or Jessie Marie Does Stuff, spun the wheel to determine what 2 squares we are going for WIPGO this month. So, my 2 squares this month are down here in the dark green. We have Thomas Kincaid, Stonehearth Hutch, and Fireside Original Seahorses. So that will be 2 of my focus pieces for the month of September. I'm kind of excited about Stonehearth Hutch because, you know, it's kind of a winter theme, and the seahorses could use some love. So yeah, those are the 2 pieces for September for WIPGO. All right. Those of you that have also watched a recent video of mine know that there is a new Facebook challenge group that popped up. earlier this month. It's called the Magazine Monthly Challenge Group. I will have that in a link down below, all the different challenge groups that I know of. So the Magazine Monthly Challenge Group officially gets started tomorrow, and they have their own little challenge sheet and acrostic. So as you can see, the theme for the month is autumn and fall. I am going to be working on Bewitching Owl. It's from the Cross Stitch and Needleworks September 2012 issue. Cross Stitch and Needleworks September 2012. I would like to get either a moon finish or an owl finish. So this hasn't started yet. So I am going to be doing it on this piece of black even weave. This is something that I've had on hand for a while. And I believe I got this piece of fabric. It's just a piece of black even weave fabric that I have serged with orange thread. But yeah, it's just a piece of black even weave fabric that I've had on hand for a while. And the Magazine Monthly Challenge, the whole thing behind the group is there's a lot of challenge groups out there that focus on any kind of whip. And there's not really a challenge group that focuses on magazine pieces, magazine stitching. So a couple of ladies decided to get together and start this challenge group that starts September 1st. So the first one I'm going to focus on, sorry about that, is this, the Bewitching Owl. He is just so cute. I have had this issue of the Cross Stitch and Country Crafts, the Cross Stitch and Needlework magazine for a while now, basically since it came out in September 2012. And this was one of the pieces that really caught my eye. I don't have a lot of fall stitching finished, so I kind of wanted to get going on this. My goal is to either get the owl done or get the moon done. I don't know if I'm going to start at the top or if I'm going to start in the middle. He is taller than wider, so I can easily put him at the top, go a few inches down at the top. I can easily start at the moon and work down, but I don't know. So this is going to be a new start probably tomorrow for me. So I'm really excited to get this going. This is going to be my fall theme piece for the Magazine Monthly Challenge Group. And the acrostic, much like the 24 Hours of Cross Stitch Facebook group, the acrostic is, they have an acrostic, and you can pick projects to go with the letters in the acrostic. So this month's acrostic for September is leaves. So you see here, I picked Amid Amish Life, L for leave. I have Epic Where's Waldo Pokemon for the E. I have Acorn Fireside Originals. That is the little acorn piece that probably could fit really well in with this. And then V is Victorian Christmas Eve. The second E I haven't picked out yet, and the S I picked Seahorses from Fireside Originals, which is actually really good that I did put the seahorses in here because I get to double dip for WIPGO. So I'm not sure what the second E is going to be yet. I don't know. Yeah. So anyway, those are some of my plans for the Magazine Monthly Challenge Group. So then we move on to the 24 Hours of Cross Stitch group. So the 24 Hours of Cross Stitch, every month they have a little 24-hour marathon. I think the next one's coming up in, I want to say October. But there's the International Hermit and Stitch Weekend, which happens it starts the third Friday of every month. So it's the third weekend of every month is International Hermit and Stitch Weekend. But the 24 Hours of Cross Stitch, they put out a holiday and an acrostic calendar, or acrostic every month. So this month's acrostic for September is 1,440 minutes. 1440 minutes. So the idea is for you to go through your WIPs and to pick out a WIP that would correspond to each of the letters in the acrostic, and you pick a goal. You know, it could be 24 minutes, 240 minutes, 480 minutes, number of stitches, either 120, 480, 1200, a finish, a start, fully finished, whatever you want to do. So you just basically pick a project that goes with the letters. I just printed this like about an hour ago. I haven't had a chance to go through it to figure out what'll fit in this. But like for the S down here, I can put seahorses again, and I can triple dip. So we shall see. Yeah. So anyway, 24 hours of cross stitch is the September acrostic is 1,440 minutes. And then for the holidays, they also put out a list of goofy holidays. So here's the 30 days in September with the goofy holidays. Like, so tomorrow is No Rhyme or Reason Day. The 2nd is National Blueberry Popsicle Day. 3 is Skyscraper Day. 4, Eat an Extra Dessert Day. You get the idea. So these are all little goofy holidays that you can relate to your stitching, and pick something that falls into that category or that relates to that holiday and stitch it. And then they also have the calendar tracker, the monthly calendar tracker, where you can determine what projects you work on, and stitching like 24 minutes. You either stitch for 24 hours during the month, like pick a day, stitch an hour, or stitch for 24 minutes for every day of the month, whatever you want to do. So yeah, another little goal tracker. So that is all for the 24 hours of cross stitch. So in some of the groups, you might have heard what is called No New Starts 2021. So in preparation for No New Starts 2021, where you don't work on any newly started projects at all, you just work on WIPs, there are some criteria coming out in the next couple of days regarding the requirements for the No New Starts 2021 challenge. And somebody had posted the WIP thing here, so you can mark down what projects you're considering for No New Start 2021. And September, because it starts with an S, they're calling it Start Everything September. It's kind of like Stitch Mania for a lot of people in May, but it's Start Everything September. So in preparation for the No New Starts 2021, people are going to be starting a bunch of new projects so they can have a bunch of stuff they can work on for 2021. Now, I kind of tweaked the sheet a little bit and printed it also on the back. So my sheet here, you can see, has 47 WIPs on the front. I can probably easily fill that out now, but I have space for up to 95 WIPs. I'd kind of rather not get up to that many. I could probably easily fill this out. I don't think I'm actually going to do the No New Starts 2021 because I have a couple of finishes this year. But I don't know that I can actually restrict myself to not starting anything new. So I would probably have to get going and start everything I own right now. And I don't think I really want to do that. So I'm kind of going to be using this No New Starts 2021 tracking sheet or list, WIP list, as kind of a WIP tracker for my ongoing WIPs towards the end of the year. So probably November, December, I'm going to sit down and start filling this out just to see how many WIPs I carry over into 2021. And this will be a good tracker for me. So I talked about that. Get my notebook out here. Oh, one of the other things I did get in, for the magazine monthly challenge, as you know, I had the Just Cross Stitch prior issue DVDs, the two DVDs, and I was missing the 2001 to 2010. I got it in. So I've been kind of going through this. I've been going through these DVDs to get some pieces for the Magazine Monthly Challenge. And these are just some of the patterns that I printed out. You can see there's all kinds of stuff in here. They're just patterns I printed out. And I have another folder with loose patterns. There's just a bunch of stuff that I printed out for various things that I want to get done. There's some in here by Britter Cup Designs. Diane Graebner had some Amish ornaments in some of the Just Cross Stitch Christmas issues that I wanted to do. Hands-on design, ink circles. There's quite a few different things in here. There's a couple of things. There's a series called Autumn at Whiskey Creek, designed by Karen Killian of Whiskey Creek Ink. These came out of the 2002 2001 and 2002 issues of Just Cross Stitch. There's some like ink circles mandalas that were spring, summer, fall, and winter mandalas in some of the issues that I went through. They would make really good diamond paintings, you guys. So I was actually kind of coming up with a few pieces that I could probably translate really well into diamond paintings as well. So you may be hearing more about the diamond painting things. If you watch any of my diamond painting videos, keep watching because I may be converting some of those over to diamond paintings. But here are some of the, in my notebook here are some of the magazine pieces that I'm going to be working on. A couple of the other magazine pieces, I showed you the Victorian Christmas Eve. This is the V for leaves. So there's also Miss Christmas Eve pattern by Nora Corbett. I don't have her, but instead of doing Miss Christmas Eve stitch along, I'm probably going to be doing this one because it's Christmas Eve, but it's just a different one, and I don't have that other one. So yeah. So that's this one is from the Cross Stitch and Needlework magazine. This one is from the January 2008 issue of Cross Stitch and Needlework magazine. So that is part of my Magazine Monthly Challenge selections. But other than that, I really don't have a whole lot. I showed you too, one of the other ones that I'm planning on working on is the Sleepy Owls. I did show you that I got the Presentia floss for this, so this is going to be another one that's going upstairs for the month of September, so I can work on and get a couple of fall pieces completed. And if you remember, I'm going to be doing this on my Charleston chewy fabric that I hand dyed. So yeah, my Charleston chew fabric. I call it my Charleston chew fabric because it kind of has that look to it. So that is going to be another piece that I start in September. So we have the Sleepy Owls, and then we have the Bewitching Owl. So plans, plans, plans. All right. That is pretty much everything I have for you. So there's other challenge groups like Mythological Stitchers Challenges. We are on week 3. So week 3 is 8:31 to 9:06. We have to stitch 500 stitches or 5 hours on a project with a winged creature, contains fire, or reminds you of royalty. Oh, excuse me. Sorry about that, you guys. If you're going to sneeze, sneeze into your elbow. Don't sneeze on your hands. Sneeze into your elbow if you're not wearing a mask and you're around people. Or even if you're not around people, just sneeze into your elbow. It's a little better than sneezing on your hands and stuff. But do cover yourself if you sneeze. A little PSA there. So next week, 9/7 and 9/13 is Rainbow Serpent. Stitch 500 stitches or 5 hours on a project with a rainbow or using variegated thread. I might actually start Pandemic, Long Dog Sampler's Pandemic for that because I'm using variegated thread. Week 5 is September 14th to the 20th. It's Coyote. Stitch 500 stitches or 5 hours on a project relating to winter or moons. I could probably actually pull out The 4 Seasons by Jacek Yurko. I think that's how you say it. They have an art design one with the 4 seasons on each side. Really big piece. And then School of Magical Stitches, we start a new book tomorrow. It's Kingdom Keepers Book 5, Shell Game. That starts tomorrow. Well, technically it starts tomorrow, but the homework came out for today. So we have to, for the first 3, we have to stitch 300 stitches for 3 points each, or 450 penalty stitches. So the first task is to stitch on a whip with a floss tuber who is stitching something that you just had to do, which isn't going to be too hard because there's a lot of projects that I have that other floss tubers are stitching that I just had to have too. Task 2 is stitch on a whip with a bucket. Task 3 is stitch on a whip with a star, and it's a 200-point bonus if it's a starfish. And task 4 is to stitch 100 stitches on a whip with a book. I don't know if I'll be able to do that. So the total points this week is 10. And yeah, so we can either stitch 300 stitches each for 3 points on the first 3 tasks, or 450 penalty stitches, and then the last one is 100 stitches for 1 point, or 150 penalty stitches. So that's really all I got this week, you guys. I haven't written down any more of the challenges for some of the other groups going on, but I also wanted to check my notes in here because there's some things that I'm probably missing. So let me check my notes. So, also coming up in October, there's the Darktober or Dark October stitching, where you stitch on your dark projects. The month of September is also Sampler Soiree. I'm not participating in that, and I'm probably not participating in Start That September, where you start everything in preparation for No New Starts 2021. The Virtual Stitchers group is the one that's doing Start That September. Let's see, Countdown to Christmas sale. Let's see, I talked about that. And new to me, FlossTube. So there's a new FlossTuber in Ohio that I have been watching. Her FlossTube channel is Mega Stitches, MEGA Stitches. And I will be putting her FlossTube link below. I hope you go out and check her out. She's actually really nice, and she seems pretty cool. So, let's see. Oh, the middle of September is also starting Flossoween by Romantic Tingle and Calico. They are doing Flossoween. It starts mid-September and goes until Halloween. It's kind of like Flossmas, but you stitch on Halloween things, I'm guessing. So I will put a link to their Flossoween video down below. So just keep watching YouTube, everything like that. Yeah, and just staying kind of busy. So that puts it at like about 30 minutes, 30 to 40 minutes. So I am actually going to leave it here, and I hope that you guys have a really good stitchy week. I'm looking forward to the new plans, new starts. Technically, I could probably start my Bewitching Owl. I could probably start the Bewitching Owl tonight at midnight. It's in an hour and 6 minutes for me. I don't know if I will or not because it's on black. But yeah, or I could even start that. But yeah, I'm probably not. I'll probably just wait. I don't even know if I'll start it tomorrow. I might. I don't know. But anyway, so that's all the plans that I have. Yeah, it's gonna be kind of crazy busy here as I kind of sit down and get all my plans together. But I hope you guys have a good week. I don't have any immediate plans other than to get started on the magazine monthly challenge group and to just kind of participate, get some of the homework done for School of Magical Stitches, and maybe get some of the other stuff done for some of the other groups. I did get bumped out of Semi-Sane Stitchers this week or sometime recently, which is kind of a bummer because they're not accepting new members anymore, and they had some really good challenges in their group. I kind of am sad that I got bumped out. I assume it was because of inactivity. Well, you know, yeah, I'm in a lot of challenge groups, but it's still kind of a bummer to be bumped out of it because there's so many people that are in it. Anyway, so I did get bumped out of Semi-Sane Stitchers, but they'll still be included in the links below. They're not accepting new members as far as I know, so I don't even know if I can get reinstated. But anyway, no skin off my back. It's all right. I've got plenty other things going on, so I'm just going to try and kind of dabble here and there in all the different groups to stay active, and hopefully I can manage to keep everything status quo until the end of the year. So that being said, I hope you guys have a good Stitchy week. I hope your kids, if they're going back to school, they're staying safe. Hope you're staying safe. I hope you're wearing your mask. Please wear your mask. And if you need to register to vote, get out there right now and register to vote. You need to be registered ASAP. And if you're requesting your absentee ballot, please do it as soon as possible. Today or tomorrow, if you can. As soon as possible, because the sooner you get your request and the sooner you can get your absentee ballot in the back to you and then mailed back out or delivered back to your voting location. I have my absentee ballot request was mailed about 2 weeks ago, so I'm waiting to get that in the mail. Once I get mine in the mail, I'm going to fill mine out, take it right to the early voting place and drop it in the drop-off box right there. I'm not even going to wait for the post office to deliver it. The sooner you get it, the better off it'll be. And you can guarantee that your vote is counted. So, that being said, take care. Keep on keeping on because that's all we can do. And be good to each other. And, yeah, just do your best, all right? So, take care. We'll see you soon. And until next time. Bye now.